If I'm not stressed out, I don't think I'm doing a good job. I work much better under stress.
Opening soon follows the true story of a restaurateur's vision from concept to opening night.
Our relationship is quite stormy.
We're both very stubborn. Turned off my oven with my coffee thing cakes in it.
It's my oven, too. Oh, your oven. We're Cinderella. We don't have the money.
We don't have the money.
Daniel and Karen Hutnick have been living and working together for 20 years.
Okay, don't bake, don't worry. Just entertain yourself. That's good.
I'm going.
By now, they can always find something to squabble about.
Tell me why you don't like the bronze.
I'm not having a ridiculous...
It doesn't have enough texture or
I'm
collage.
not having a ridiculous conversation with you. Goodbye.
They even argue about how much they argue.
We disagree all day long sometimes, you know.
I think that there's no big disagreements. I really don't think
No?
so.
Daniel, a ballet dancer turned chef, met Karen, a pastry chef in New York City. Together, they moved to Ithaca and started a successful restaurant. Now, they're selling it so Daniel can pursue a lifelong dream to build an old-style Austrian Heuriger reminiscent of his youth.
We got interested in this idea of doing a Viennese Heuriger, which is...
What is it?
Okay, you say it. He doesn't like the way I say Heuriger. So,
Well, Heuriger is a Viennese Weingarten, and that's where I grew up, so I wanted to...
thanks for embarrassing me there.
A Heuriger is a casual Austrian restaurant serving buffet-style hot and cold food. Heurigers became popular in the 18th century. Early Heurigers consisted of wooden tables and benches in a garden adjoining a vineyard. Daniel's Heuriger is out in the Finger Lakes wine country. It'll seat 75. Karen will run the front of the house and make traditional Viennese pastry. Daniel will prepare Heuriger food.
And the concept in the food is you have a lot of like salads, spreads, roasts.
The food is served cafeteria style.
I would describe it as good and flavorful. It's basic in that it isn't the most perfect brunoise and the most perfect dice and all the sorts of things that we think of as fancy food. Everything in your mouth has a different flavor, and they're intense, but they're not too intense.
But it's a quaint idea from another world in another time. Virtually no one in North America has ever eaten in a Heuriger, and Daniel's worried it might be a bit strange.
There was a lot of questions to that style, so I wanted to see if people are really ready to do it here.
Another worry? The restaurant is in the middle of nowhere, 45 minutes from Ithaca. To make it a destination, Daniel wants a traditional Austrian country look.
I am the dreamer. I have a dream. I was thinking, I want it very authentic and very, very similar what in Vienna.
But his vision triggers a power struggle.
I was more open to a modern concept because I don't believe in building something in 2005 that looks like something from 1800.
They've hired a well-known local architect to referee.
Daniel, I think, had a sort of stronger sense of what he wanted it to look like. I think Karen was much more open to a sensibility, but not an image that was associated with that sensibility.
The architect sides with Karen. The design is very modern and highly stylized. The building is on a lake, but many of the windows don't have a view.
Well, if you want to see something, you have to look. First, nobody really understood this windows here, so except the architect.
Realize that it hasn't been, the image that he imagined, but he seems to be very comfortable with where it is right now.
Actually, he seems to hate everything about the place, starting with the color scheme.
I don't like it, I repaint it. I mean, I said it very loud, so I wanted to have a door, not a wall. But this is almost like just wall and then door is somewhere hidden there. It's not, I always say, I love it, it's beautiful, but it's not 1 inch what I wanted.
Even Karen's afraid the look may be a little too architect-y.
We're a little afraid that the design might be too sophisticated or kind of modern. Like we're afraid we might scare people off.
All the worries are leading to fights about every little thing. Daniel's given away some old timber that Karen and the architect now want back.
You know what? We could have so much wood cut out.
No.
No, don't worry about it.
I'm gonna tell Michael.
No way.
Yeah, I am.
No way.
I will talk to Michael.
No, you're not.
He can take the fresh stuff.
Don't coop up on me because you all three don't have a chance. Our relationship is quite stormy. I mean, actually very stormy.
Well, we're both very stubborn about when we have a strong opinion about something.
You see? That's it, Karen. That's my answer. That's my answer.
One thing they agree on, the budget of $650,000 is escalating fast and they're running out of money.
We're still waiting to see how the cards fall. You don't know, like, what could go wrong. You know, every day there's something.
I have a dream, but I'm really nervous about it.
Yeah.
But that's not straight.
Yeah, it is, with the other wall.
Yeah, but I want it straight this way.
Well, then it goes back the way I had.
It's 4 weeks to the opening of Danos Heuriger. All the fancy architecture is pushing the project over budget. Karen and Daniel put aside their differences long enough to seek financial help. They find it close to home.
My mother's a major investor. She kind of came to our rescue because the bank was actually supposed to lend us more. I think she needs to see it.
Karen's mother has come to inspect her investment.
I'm afraid. So what do you think so far, Mom?
Maybe a little smaller than what I expected.
I'm nervous, but my mother-in-law has a very good taste, and she really can get the feeling for a place, and her opinion is quite important. So I'm very, very anxious to hear her opinion. Karen, what do you think about the color? I personally, I'm not so crazy about this big brown color.
Brown?
Well, whatever you call it, you can call it. I call it brown, so, or what do you
I call it caramel.
Caramel, okay, well, caramel is brown. You like the brown color? You think the Karen's paintings are going to look good on it?
No, I like it.
Okay.
Daniel may have the dream, but Carol's got the money. The colors stay. Daniel's big worry is that the design is not warm and welcoming.
It's important that the building looks comfortable and pleasant and makes you feel you want to come in and you want to spend the time there.
Key comfort features are the tables and chairs.
It looks so awfully low to me, the table. Isn't it too low? What do you think?
Honey, believe me, they know what they're doing.
Oh, I'm not saying that they don't, but did you know what you're doing when you took
Yeah, we did it. No, it's the right height.
Well, I don't know, guys. I think it's a little too low.
Daniel, stop it. You're gonna be so embarrassed when you get that on film.
Now, the most important opinion.
This is high enough. You don't want it higher.
I don't want it? Okay, then I'm not nervous anymore. That's not the first one I question something. Don't laugh, it's not over. Well, the thing is, if I'm not stressed out, I don't think I'm doing a good job. I work much better under stress.
Daniel's unhappiness with the design is focusing on aluminum wings the architect has designed for the windows.
You know, this side needed something. It's so big and flat. I mean, there's 14 feet of roof coming down.
My only problem is when you sit inside by the window, you get blocked the view for the lake. I don't dislike it like first moment I thought I'm going to flip, but I see that the view is blocked a little bit. Not totally, but it's blocked. You know, if I don't like the wings, I take them off.
He's a guy who can hardly use a screwdriver and a hammer, so I can't see him cutting the wings off the building.
I call somebody. I help myself.
The kitchen is Daniel's world, but even here, he's having trouble getting his way. His work tables are lined up wrong.
You want it straight, everything's gonna be crooked.
I don't want it crooked. I don't care. I can't work like this.
It's not crooked, it's straight with the stove.
The work tables are parallel to the stoves. He wants them centered in the room.
Let me show you the problem, Don.
Now you're really crooked.
But that's not straight.
Yeah, it is, with the other wall.
Yeah, but I want it straight this way.
Well, then it goes back the way I had.
This is going to be so difficult for me to work on an angle.
You're not on an angle.
You're not going to be on an angle because you won't be here. I'm going to be here.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah. Michael, I think I'm going to need some Prozac. My wife has to be now finally concentrating on desserts, and it's not a teamwork right now.
It's 1 week to opening, and Daniel's Heuriger is looking a little more like Daniel wants it to. The paint for the exterior was his choice.
I like the yellow, Don.
I love the yellow.
Now, my mother wasn't sure she liked the yellow.
I didn't get an inch for what I wanted. The yellow color is my inch.
Today, Daniel and Karen will cook in their new kitchen for the very first time. 30 family members and friends have been invited to taste the results.
I'm trying to start baking, so we have some desserts for tonight.
I'm a little bit stressed because that's my nature.
I gotta get to work.
But already, there's a big problem.
Look at this, no water. Karen, there's no water in the house.
And now I just turned off the pump switch, and I'm calling Rich Moravec, and I'm demanding that he gets out here.
Okay.
Hello, this is Karen Gilman from Danos.
Cooking without water is tough. Especially when you have people at 4 o'clock coming to eat. So now I'm going to introduce you to my pig. It's filled with duck, spinach, sausage, pork, chicken, turkey, love. Yeah.
Try the water now.
Big time, big time. See my face?
Right now we got the water back, but there's something screwy.
Karen's right. 20 minutes later, the water goes off again.
See, this isn't good. Every time, like
Now we're up.
yeah, because this is resetting. So the guy
I'm finally sewing the piggy. But
reminds me of one of those Spanish paintings, still life paintings.
The water comes back, and finally, Karen can get cooking.
so I don't know. I have the feeling that I'm going to have to go to the supermarket and get some desserts from there. The way my pastry chef, is working today.
That everybody drags me out of here.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, she's dragged out again.
Lost water again.
The water problem is making it hard for Karen to concentrate on her desserts.
Oh, I burnt my walnuts.
Yeah. I knew there was something wrong there.
I know I burnt them.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going.
All right.
I'm going. Where's the closest supermarket?
An hour before the tasting, Rich, the water expert, arrives to check the well.
The water's gone off and on about 8 times.
As the tasting draws near, tempers in the kitchen rise.
Daniel, I don't know what you want to put your food on. I don't even know what you made. Here's the dishes. You need to.
Okay.
You need to let Cheryl help you. Okay.
I tell you one thing, Karen. You are the manager of the dining room, so you're going to have to deal with it.
You want me to put your food out for you?
No.
Meanwhile, Rich discovers the well is almost dry, but it's unclear what the problem is.
I'm not going to know until tomorrow, and I know there's an event tonight, so maybe the solution would be to get a load of potable drinking water to fill the well up temporarily.
It's 4 p.m. as guests start to arrive. There's no water, and Karen's desserts aren't done.
My wife has to be now finally concentrating on desserts, and it's not a teamwork right now.
The contractor saves the day by securing potable water from a local vineyard.
1, 2.
Finally, Daniel and Karen are ready to roll.
Oh, the piggy is coming out. The piggy is coming out.
You want to try some salsa with dill?
I can't get enough right now. Everything's spectacular with the wine. It's just beautiful.
Karen's desserts are also well received.
Karen, this is unbelievably decadent. Just want you to know that right now.
The food is an unqualified success, but the battle is far from over.
I just wish the water problem was figured out, because that makes me very nervous.
You know, you went for 2.5 hours buying a few flowers.
I didn't go for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
No way.
It's 8 hours till Danos Heuriger is open for business. The water problems have been solved by installing holding tanks. But there's still plenty for Daniel to worry about. As usual, Karen is running late.
Hey, Karen, we opening tonight.
Yeah.
You know, you went for 2.5 hours buying a few flowers.
I didn't go for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
No way.
Karen will now need every minute until opening to get her pastries done.
I'm gonna put some cinnamon in this time.
I always put some love also, but she always forgets that.
Right.
Daniel has no idea how many customers will show up, and it's putting him on edge.
You know, I really don't know how to cook today, how much, what to expect. You know, it looks like...
With 5 hours to go, Daniel isn't happy with his food.
It's flat, like my grandmother's feet, you know, totally flat. And it's, I don't know, it just doesn't look like it should. Tastes okay. Not the best I did.
Karen's falling behind on the pastries, and Daniel's not being helpful.
I did. No, you didn't have anything in it. Okay.
Turned off my oven. My poppy's in case in it.
It's my oven, too. Not only her oven. Put water in it.
Yeah, I'm all ready.
With 20 minutes to go, the food is ready.
Rina, I'm nervous. Yeah, I want to run. I feel a little panicky because I don't know what I'm doing and how I'm going to do it. Okay, guys, we are getting customer, okay? So let's get ready for it.
Danos Heuriger opens $100,000 over budget. It needs customers, lots of them.
Hello, welcome. This is our Architecture Digest, which I'm still digesting.
You haven't digested it yet.
Some of it I did.
The key question, will the customers understand how a Heuriger works? Patrons are presented with a chalkboard menu over a well-displayed food counter. They then select dishes a la carte. Their meals are brought down to their table, which is where they select their wine.
Yeah, I can make you like a chef's table. I'm going to, Mary, are you going to have a bread basket? Okay, yeah.
No idea what the concept is.
No idea what it means.
Still don't.
Daniel's concerned nobody's getting it.
I'm a little bit afraid of that. And my wife is going to tell me with a smile on her face, everything is okay.
Actually, everything is okay. The restaurant is packed and everybody loves the food.
How was the chicken?
Best I've ever had.
The best you ever had? Wow, that's a compliment.
The match of the tastes and that texture are just wonderful. It's like wearing wonderful velvet or something. It's a really great experience.
This will be a regular restaurant for us. Even though it's probably a 35-minute drive, we'll certainly be here on a regular basis.
You know, it's one thing to be new and exciting, but if it's not delicious, it's not going to carry through. But what I had tonight was great.
I think the level of sophistication, because of the flavoring and the seasoning and everything, is just nothing disappoints.
People loved it. I mean, everybody at the table was like complimenting, and everybody left happy, and that was the bottom line.
Do you still love me?
Yeah, of course.
To me?
Of course I love you.
Danos Heuriger. After months of discord, a delicious consensus. Find more at fineliving.com. Real information for real people.